always, welcome back to Yogaxpress. My name is Banu. I have been hosting this show for 697 episodes. I cannot believe we are inching closer and closer to the 700 mark, after which we transition into Ayurvedic cooking. So stay with us, stretch with us. It's all about moving the body to still the mind. To our extreme right, we have Liha Moon. Liha is a yoga teacher, and you might have noticed the last 2 Mondays she took me through a very zen program. Now, I don't want to give too much of that away because otherwise Melissa is going to have me go into headstands and really tough postures. Before I reintroduce Melissa, she's been on several episodes just a few weeks back, and I was really happy that she was able to make time today. I know, Melissa, I know you've had to reschedule your classes to be here. We really appreciate that. I would like to, before I move on to reintroduce Melissa, I'd like to thank our crew, Lizette Perez, Antonio Camacho, and Ryan Stillwagon, our facilitator, who's responsible for the studio lights and the sounds. The music that you hear, the rustling of the leaves, the sound of waterfall, and the 3 ohms from a CD called Sapta Tandava. And body music, the slow rhythmic drum beat, is music that's been created just for Yogaxpress by Cesar de Para, who is currently in Spain. But he was gracious enough to create this for us before he left. So I'm not sure where he is exactly. Melissa, first of all, I know a few changes have happened, and this is even from the last time you were with us. Your website has changed.
Yes.
So what is your new website? I know it's up there, but
sure. It's my name.
Just
nice and
Melissa
easy to remember. MelissaBoo.com.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
You know where to find Melissa. She's also on Instagram. What do you do on Instagram? Do you put your postures up there? What is Instagram? I know it's a social media.
Yeah. It's Instagram's all about photos and sharing pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I tend to focus more on philosophy or different Ayurveda tips. But you'll see.
Okay, all
Some
right.
pictures
I'll
of
go
us
check
here.
it. I'll check you out.
Yeah.
Melissa is also a holistic counselor. You're an Ayurveda counselor, which is how I got hold of her. She used to teach yoga. And in fact, you're still teaching in many places, but you were also teaching when I was part of the Ayurveda program. And that's how I discovered Melissa. For me, to be able to come in contact with teachers like Melissa and Liha, and especially with Melissa, it's really good that you were around when I needed someone, because we're going to move into the Ayurveda show very soon, the cooking show. So it's really handy. Now, tell us, you were going to talk about Ayurveda and doshas. So let's have an introduction now.
Yeah, sure. So I'm so grateful too that our timing and everything worked out so that we could meet too. And it's been great talking with you about Ayurveda and yoga, and I'm excited to share today some of these practices as we move with the wisdom of Ayurveda. And this is a philosophy that evolved thousands of years ago, right alongside yoga. And the Ayurveda mindset, or framework rather, looks at the world and the 5 elements in it, and combines it into 3 doshas. And these are the energies that make up all the tangible stuff of the world, like our bodies, food and trees around us,
Right.
As well as the energetics. So emotions, mindset, all these mind-body things that we experience. So these 3 doshas are Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Our Vata dosha, this is air and ether. These
Right.
are things like the prana, the energy within our bodies, the air all around us, the bubbliness and effervescence of inspiration and artsiness. It's all the muse kind of energy that comes to us. Then there's the Pitta dosha. This is the elements of water and fire. And these are things within our bodies, like our eyesight, our hormones, our digestive fire. These are the things that have the energy of transformation within us. And then lastly, we have the Kapha dosha. This is water and earth. And these are the grounding, stabilizing, cohesive elements in our bodies. For us, this would be kind of the wateriness and the elasticity in our skin, things like that.
Right.
As well as just kind of our stableness, our groundedness, being peaceful, the peaceful kind of energy.
Oh, are we going to be on fire today, or are we going to be peaceful?
Well, since today I know we're going to be airing this episode.
Floating, yeah.
Yeah, we'll be floating away. The levitation episode. in the summer, so
Yes,
I wanted to keep
late
in
summer.
mind, the summer season and the heat.
Right.
In Ayurveda, this is our Pitta season, where this Pitta dosha, the fire, is
Yes.
most prevalent. So yeah, we'll be thinking about calming, cooling, grounding to counteract this elevated Pitta dosha out in the world. Yeah.
Hey, I'm
Sound
all
good?
for calming and cooling.
Amazing. Great. So we'll start, as we already are, in a comfortable seat. If you're at home, I want to invite you to take this cross-leg position too, with one shin on top of the other. And in the spirit of grounding and cooling, let's close the eyes, and we'll take 3 full breaths together, inhaling fully, filling the lungs and the belly. Exhaling, drawing belly button in toward the spine, pushing air back out through the nose. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. On your inhale, interlace the fingers, send the arms out in front of you. On your next inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bend slightly over to the right side, grounding down through the left sits bone. Next inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the other side. Nice, calm, slow practice. Breathe deeply here. Inviting that cooling breath into the body. And on your next inhale, come back up to center. Release the hands. Bring left hand over toward right knee, taking a twist. Inhale, find length, top of the head up toward the ceiling. Exhale, twist a little deeper. On your inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. And inhale, find length, drawing up toward the sky. Exhale, twist, shoulders draw away from the ears, down the back. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lower fingertips to the mat. We're going to bring our right foot in toward the hip. Left ankle crosses over the knee. This feels comfy, we'll stay right here. If you want to find some more space in the hips and there's a little tightness in the back, you can extend that bottom leg forward. I'll stay there if you guys want to take the bend. We'll inhale to lift the arms up. Exhale, twist toward the knee, over toward the left. And just as before, inhale for length. Exhale, deepen. Inhale back to center. Switch the cross of your legs. And then on your exhale, we'll twist over toward the right. Last round here, find length and twist. Inhale, make your way back to center. Extend both legs down the mat. And exhale, hinge from the hips forward, down toward the legs. Let the head and the neck hang heavy. Full breath here into back body, that space on either side of the spine. On an inhale, slowly roll back up to your seat. And cross the legs. And then roll over the knees, coming into tabletop. round of cat and cow here. Inhaling, the heart draws forward, belly drops, hips lift. Exhale, round the spine, pressing into the earth to draw shoulder blades apart. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine, long spine. And send right leg back behind you, tucking the toes. You can gently rock forward and back here, opening up the muscles in the backs of the leg. And then we're going to roll onto the inner edge of back foot. So bringing that heel toward the ground, big toe resting on the earth. And engaging the core, squeezing in the belly, lift right hand up toward the ceiling. By engaging the belly here, this core strength is going to help us lift up and maybe press into the back foot to bring left leg underneath us, coming to side plank pose. The option is there. The practice is yours. Take what feels good. One more full breath here. And then lower hands and knees back down to the earth, find tabletop. Let's make some circles, wash it out. Finding this fluid motion here in Pitta season is nice to invite water, the cooling elements of water, into our bodies. And then we'll come to take this on the other side. Send left leg back behind you, tucking the toes. Begin rocking forward and back. Gentle fluidity, gentle movement. Roll onto inner edge of the back foot. Lower foot down to the floor as you press left arm up overhead. Reach out through fingertips. Engage the core. Send right leg back behind you, stacking the feet for side plank. Maybe, or maybe not. Gate pose, we're going to get the same benefits here of creating space and inviting cooling air through the body. Lower top hand back down to the floor. Knee comes down to the mat. Send hips to heels for child's pose. Back up to tabletop on an inhale. And we'll send the right leg back behind us, left leg back, take down dog. Keep drawing heels down toward the mat, drawing outer edges of the upper arms in toward the body. And then bending through the knees, walk the feet to the hands to find forward fold. If you could pick one pose to help balance your Pitta dosha, I would recommend this one. Hanging, cooling, breathing deeply into back body here. We'll take 2 more breaths. And then grounding through the feet. Slowly roll your way back up to stand. Take your time. We'll roll shoulders down the back. Inhale, arms up for upward salute. And then exhale, hands heart center. Beautiful. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips to fold forward. Step the left leg back behind you. Roll the heel down toward the floor. And again, engaging through the core, lift the arms up, and then open for warrior 2. Press firmly into the feet, find expansion in the arms. Deep bend in front knee as you flip the palms, lift it up and back, devotional warrior. Pitta dosha of fire and water, we're introducing these elements of air, ether, and space in our yoga practice to help balance this elevated Pitta dosha. On an inhale, come back up, warrior two. And then straighten the front leg, tucking right hip slightly under the body. Allow the torso to fall down toward the leg, triangle pose, Trikonasana. If you find yourself beginning to fold forward, see if you can bring that right hand just a little bit up the leg so shoulders can stack on top of each other. Then lowering that top arm back down to frame the front foot. Roll onto back toes, lift up and back for down dog. Now since it's the summer and it's already pretty hot, we're going to skip going through a vinyasa here, which we ordinarily might do. Instead, raise left leg up toward the ceiling, and then bring the foot between the hands. Engage the core, squeeze the thighs together as you lower down back heel, lift it up and open, warrior two. Keep drawing shoulders away from the ears, drawing rib cage in toward the spine. Flip the palms, take it up and back, peaceful warrior. 3 full breaths here. Keep finding a bend in the front knee, reaching out through fingertips. And then straighten front leg as you lift the arms back up and come into triangle pose. Ground through the outer edge of the back foot to help find stability here. One more Ayurvedic tip. You can bring the gaze down toward the floor for a more cooling triangle pose. In yoga, when we bring the gaze up, it's considered to be more activating. Gaze down is more cooling. Bring both hands down to frame the front foot. And then spring back foot forward to meet the front, forward fold. Ground through the feet, roll your way back up to stand. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands come to heart center. One more slow, cooling round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge to fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. And then this time send the right foot back behind you. Lower down, back heel, lift up and open, warrior two. Flip the palms, up and back for peaceful warrior. And then this time as we come forward into triangle pose, we'll have the option to stay here or come up into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So here in the studio, we're practicing on the rug. If you're at home and you've got that stability on the mat or a hardwood floor, what you'll be doing is shifting weight into front foot and lifting the back foot up toward the sky while engaging the core, just like we did on the floor earlier in that side plank pose. Hold your variation for one more breath. And then we'll lower fingertips down toward the floor, taking a wide-legged forward fold over toward the right. I'm going to stagger forward just a little bit for us here. And this pose has 2 great benefits for Pitta balancing. We've got a little bit of hip opening by bending forward, and we've got the cooling element of our forward fold. left hand on the mat. Raise right arm up toward the sky, twisting over toward the right. And then lower right hand down, lift left arm up and open, taking a twist. Return left hand to the mat, frame the front foot as you roll onto back toes. Take it up and back for down dog. All right, coming to the other side, inhale, right leg up. Exhale, foot between the hands. Lower back heel to the mat. Open it out for warrior two. Flip the palms. Tip up and back, peaceful warrior. And then either straightening front leg, coming to triangle pose. Or if you have a nice stable surface at home, you can lift back leg up toward the ceiling, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon.
It's a tough one. I do have a mat.
It is.
Let me see if I can try.
You got it. Keep lifting heel up. Beautiful.
Having the gaze down helped. I think you mentioned that earlier, right?
Yes, gaze down can definitely help. We'll make our way into that wide-legged forward fold again. I'm going to walk forward to help us stagger. Here on our carpet.
Oops.
We're good.
Careful.
And another nice tip is to find a micro bend in the knees here. So we're not pulling too much on the hamstrings in the back. You can also bring the heels in toward the body, toes out toward the side. Find an option that works for you. Then leave the right hand underneath the face, send left hand up toward the ceiling. And then take the twist over to the other side, right arm lifts. Lower right fingertips down, frame the front foot, and spring back foot forward to meet the right. Forward fold. Ground through the feet, slowly roll back up. So, earlier we mentioned there's 3 doshas. This was a very pitta calming practice, but you might have another dosha in your constitution, and we'll talk more about that, I think, next time. If you are someone who experiences a lot of groundedness and heaviness and might be kapha constitution, I'd like to add this pose into the practice that we just did today. We'll come to tree pose, adding more lightness, airiness, and space. So we'll shift weight into the left foot. Bring right foot either onto the ankle. You can keep the toes on the ground or off. Or right foot can come to the calf. Or maybe up to the thigh. We just want to skip over that knee joint. And what's important here is that that knee is coming out to the side, opening the hip. You might feel that all the way up here, just slightly moving the knee back behind you. Hands can come to the hips or heart center. Let's lower down right foot. Just for the sake of time, we'll take a shorter pose. And then shift over to right foot. Left foot comes to ankle, calf, or thigh. Find a still point or a drishti to help you stay focused here. And then lower left foot back down. And I'll offer just one more additional pose if you have a little Vata constitution in this Pitta hot season. It's also important to find some mild cooling, but still a little bit of heat in it to balance out that Vata. So the pose that I want to offer for us is Warrior One. Keep that your right foot at the front. Left foot comes to the back. Hips are square toward the front of the mat. Toes point forward 90 degrees. Deep bend in the front knee. Inhale, lift the arms up. Keep drawing left hip slightly forward so they're square toward the front of the mat. And I think we're almost done for today. So we'll take this on the other side quickly. I know you might want to have some words to wrap up too.
No, we'll go with the posture. You guys are watching Yogaxpress, so stay with us. Let's do the other side.
Nice and balanced, right?
Exactly.
Right and left.
We can start next week with this posture too if you think we need to finish it.
Thank you.
On behalf of our team, Lisette and Antonio and Ryan, I'd like to thank Melissa Boo. Also on behalf of Liha Moon, who's also a teacher, but today Melissa is our special guest teacher. And thank you, Melissa. That felt good. I did warn Liha that you might take us